The Philippines, often overlooked in global military rankings, has steadily risen in power over the last 2 decades. In 2024, the Philippines ranked 34th globally, a significant leap from its lower position in the early 2000s. This rise has been driven by a combination of factors, from internal military modernization programs to the increasing external pressure from regional tensions, particularly in the South China Sea. 20 years ago, the Philippines had outdated equipment and struggled with internal conflicts. The AFP Modernization Act, launched in the early 2000s, and more recently, the Horizon 3 initiative have led to rapid advancements in the country's military capabilities. The Philippines has transitioned from being a country with limited military power to one with growing naval, air, and land-based assets. Today, the country has over 1.38 million military personnel, including reserves, and boasts improved air force and naval capabilities. Did you know that one of the Philippines' most advanced assets is the BrahMos missile system? It's one of the world's fastest cruise missiles, capable of traveling at Mach 3 and hitting targets over 290 kilometers away. This system has become a cornerstone in the country's coastal defense strategy and a significant deterrent in the South China Sea. But how does the Philippines compare to its neighbors? Let's start with Malaysia. Ranked 42nd globally, Malaysia has a larger oil production and a more developed economy, which has historically allowed it to maintain a strong navy. However, recent advancements by the Philippines, particularly in naval assets like frigates and missile systems, are helping close the gap between these two nations. Malaysia still has a larger merchant marine fleet and coastline, but the Philippines' growing military alliances with the US and Japan are enhancing its strategic advantage. Moving on to Singapore, which ranks 33rd globally, its military is one of the most advanced in the region. Despite its smaller size, Singapore invests heavily in cutting-edge technology, from fighter jets to submarines. Singapore's ability to project power far beyond its borders is unmatched in the region. While the Philippines has been slower to modernize, it is focused on expanding its naval and air capabilities to counteract threats in the South China Sea. Then there's Indonesia, Southeast Asia's largest nation, which ranks 13th globally. Indonesia has a vast army, navy, and air force, thanks to its large population. But the challenge for Indonesia, much like the Philippines, lies in protecting its many islands. Both nations face similar logistical challenges, needing to defend their large archipelagos from both internal and external threats. And finally, Taiwan, ranked 24th, faces one of the most imminent threats in the region: the possibility of invasion by China. Taiwan's focus on defensive capabilities, including advanced missile systems and a powerful air force, serves as a critical deterrent. The Philippines, while not under the same direct threat as Taiwan, must consider its proximity to Taiwan in the event of a conflict with China. Any escalation in the Taiwan Strait would have major implications for the Philippines, particularly in terms of securing the Luzon Strait. The biggest challenge facing the Philippines today is the threat posed by China in the South China Sea. Over the last decade, China has constructed more than 20 military outposts on disputed islands, installing runways, missile systems, and radar capabilities. These facilities give China significant control over one of the world's busiest maritime regions. The Philippine Navy, while growing, still faces a daunting challenge when compared to China's massive naval power. China's navy includes over 350 ships, including aircraft carriers and destroyers, dwarfing the Philippine fleet, which has just over 100 vessels. In response to these regional threats, the Philippines has increased its defense spending and military cooperation with allies like the US, Japan, and Australia. The joint military exercises held in 2024, the largest ever, focused on defending strategic areas like the Bashi Channel, which is just 125 miles south of Taiwan. These exercises not only demonstrated the growing importance of the Philippines in regional security, but also emphasized the crucial role of U.S. military support in maintaining peace in the region. Another critical question is, how fast can the Philippines modernize its military before China makes a decisive move on Taiwan? China's military modernization is on track to reach a critical milestone by 2027, which may coincide with efforts to reunify Taiwan with the mainland, potentially through military force. The Philippines, through the Horizon 3 program, aims to significantly boost its naval and air capabilities by 2030, but that timeline may be too long. Speeding up the modernization of the Philippine military is crucial to securing its territorial integrity and protecting its economic interests in the South China Sea. Here's a fun fact. In 2024, the Philippines held its largest ever joint military exercises with the US, Japan, and Australia, simulating the defense of an island chain just 125 miles south of Taiwan. These drills underscored the strategic importance of the Philippines in any future conflict in the South China Sea. Looking back over the past 20 years, the Philippines has made remarkable strides in military modernization. From an underfunded and outdated force, it has transformed into a growing regional power with new capabilities. But the road ahead is filled with challenges, particularly as tensions in the South China Sea continue to rise and the possibility of conflict over Taiwan looms ever closer. The Philippines' commitment to strengthening its military, building strategic alliances, and modernizing its forces will be critical to ensuring its security and maintaining peace in the region. With the continued support of allies and the accelerated pace of military modernization, the Philippines has the potential to further rise in global military rankings and assert itself as a key player in Southeast Asia's security landscape.